All right, what's up, guys? Just listening to some good Italian music. Wanted to share the ingredients I'm going to be using today to make my famous pasta. Well, we just ran to the store and actually went to Trader Joe's, and we actually picked up, number one, my favorite pasta. I feel like this noodle grabs a lot of the sauce, and we have a lot of ingredients here to kind of get on that noodle, so it's kind of one of my favorite. One thing we've actually been doing is actually getting the whole tomatoes in the can and actually squeezing these into our sauce. We got our Rouse pasta sauce as well. We have Italian sausage. So this is hot, it's spicy, it gives some good flavor. I like to add a little bit of mushroom for some of that umami flavor. Make sure you're always cooking with salt with these though. So when you add those in, you got to do the salt. Now we're gonna dice some onions. So a lot of people, I like using almost 3/4 of the onion in my sauce. So I like it a little bit sweet because I think it balances out the flavor with the heat that comes off from that. Yeah, we're gonna get started. I think the first thing. Oh, and we got some garlic naan. I forgot to mention there was no garlic bread at Trader Joe's, so we ended up getting some garlic naan. The first step I always do when I get home, I just get the pasta. I get the water going because that takes a while, right? We got an electric stove. It takes a little bit while. I also got this nifty gadget. It helps me have a consistency on the dicing because I get the garlic and everything else kind of going first, and then I'll add in all of my kind of ingredients to cook everything together. I think it just gives it a consistent kind of cut and all the way around. So yeah, let's go ahead and start dicing. We'll see where we go. See, real quick, diced, easy to go. Doesn't hurt your eyes as bad. We're gonna start doing the garlic now. Amy likes her garlic a little bit coarse, so there's this nifty gadget tool where you put it in here and you kind of just put it in there. So I'll show you that coming up next. Got some sad news to share. Those onions got me.
Dracula.
Yeah, so watch this. Put it in there like that. Give it a little twirl, and then look at that fresh garlic. Yummy. So I think one of the things that's really important is to have a plan while you're cooking and kind of keep your area clean. I think it's maybe just my OCD. Shout out to Dr. Amasa Smith. If you ever need any problems with your OCD, reach out and give him a call. He's got a new office in beautiful downtown Boston. But I like keeping my area clean. I know what I'm gonna go to next. I prep all my ingredients ahead of time, and that's what you really gotta do. I wanna give a little shout out. Now I'm gonna start cutting so I learned this little trick is you cut the little side off and then you have a flat surface to really kind of get in there. And then now you got some easy mushrooms. Like that. Now it's not gonna roll on you.
That's smart.
You got a consistent cut. Now that I have it all chopped, my next step is to kind of get my sauce going, right? Like I have all my ingredients, I'm ready to go. So I'm letting my pan come up to temp because I don't want to cook my olive oil because it's gonna burn and give that nasty bitter taste. So I'm getting my pot, or my saucepan right here, up to temp. Then I'm gonna put in my onions and my garlic, kind of get that down, brown them a little bit. Then I'll cook my sausage in there, and then we'll get that going. It might look a little weird to you, but it's actually what I do, is I like having some chopped up sausage on one side of my plate compared to the other. So I'm gonna put one sausage in here to cook with everything else to get that nice and brown flavor. All the rest of the sausages I'm actually gonna remove from the casing. And I'm gonna put this off to the side right here. Back over here. Again, this is a lot of steps that happen very quickly, so you need to really ensure that you're... So now I got my sausage going in. I'm gonna just chop this up, let it get into those onions. And again, I have my one sausage there still in the casing. You could also get ground sausage, but... So I got this, it's all browning really good. The next step is putting in the mushrooms. So I love it when it's all cooked together like that. And again, like I told you, you can't be afraid to put a little bit of salt on your mushrooms. That's what brings out all the flavor and the umami. So again, salt my mushrooms. Kind of gets a lot of the moisture out of them too, right? You don't want them to taste like a gym sock.
We decided to use this sauce instead now because we didn't want to mix up the Rouse sauce by adding this in.
It's kind of brown enough. I'm rushing a little bit. I usually like a little bit more. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this. Like I told you, I like the little cuts. So I cut these in little pieces like this, and I'm gonna add this into the rest of the things cooking, face down.
Ass up.
So it gets that nice little crust on there. So now I got my tomatoes, and remember I said we crush these by hand. We got our sauce right here, and look at those tomatoes, and what we do is we kind of give it a good little Italian crush. And it gives it kind of a... So now we got our crushed tomatoes in here. We're just gonna give it a quick little mix. Nothing crazy. A lot of good flavor in there. Next we're gonna go in with our pasta sauce. I'm just gonna go straight in. I know my great Italian grandmother is probably gonna crucify me for this, but I like this because you can buy it in bulk and it's not that much Costco. Gonna just put a little bit of Parmesan cheese on the top. Now that I got that mixed in, I'm gonna go in with my crushed red pepper, just add a little bit of touch. All right, so the sauce is coming to a slow simmer, so I'm just gonna add just a little bit more Parmesan. And just as a reminder, Parmesan is a hard cheese, so if you have lactose, it's not gonna affect your stomach at all. So our noodles are just about done.
The more you know.
The noodles are just about done. The bread is in here cooking right now. Probably, let me take a look at that. That's probably just about perfect. Maybe, probably just keep that at 1 minute. So I'm gonna transfer over these noodles.
Is it done?
Yep, these noodles are all done. So I'm gonna turn this off right here. Add these noodles, and it's okay that a little bit of water gets in here, right? Because these noodles are just about done. They're not fully done, and they can still cook in the sauce. So this is what I do different compared to what you guys do. Add the noodles into the sauce, and I like doing what I call kind of like, you know when you think about making lasagna, kind of like a cake a little bit. Add the cheese. What I do is I add just a little bit of cheese on these hot noodles, and then I mix it in like that. And so it gets all that flavor in there, gets stuck in all those little small crevices, and it works its way really good. Man, I know with this watering, that looks so good. So that's it. It's all done. Add Parmesan cheese and red peppers as your heart desires, and as you can see, all the pasta kind of went with all the sauce.
Yay.
So we like pepperoncinis with pretty much everything.
Taste test. The flavors are melting in my tongue.
Very good.